Recording in
Latika and
progress.
Ramesh, and you guys have to do the fourth event, which is Meta Developer Circles. Okay, so I will just open all the rooms. I will also send the screenshot of the activity in the group so that you know what are the aspects that you guys have to define. Okay, just give me a moment. हाँ, आपके स्क्रीन पे आई थिंक पॉपअप आया होगा, तो यू कैन जस्ट ज्वाइन. I will also send the activity in the group. Yeah, I've shared the activity that you guys need to do on your WhatsApp group. Please let me know if anybody is facing any inconvenience. So I think Dr. Rupa, have you joined your room? I think you're allotted to room 3.
Hi, Dr. Vivida. Hi, Dr. Rupa. Hello. Hi, can you guys hear me? Okay. Okay, let me just check with the other teams. I can maybe assign you one person. Okay? Yeah. Hi, Dr. Rupa. I have added Ramesh here. Mr. Ramesh will join, and then I think you guys can discuss and plan out the event. Okay? Hi. Yes, Mr. Ramesh will be here. I have asked him to join the room. Once it's here, you can come and start discussing and create the presentation till 3 o'clock. Okay. Yeah. Yes, yes. You can create it till 3 o'clock. You can research about it. You can discuss. So I've put it on the. Your room is 3. Okay. So once Mr. Mahesh is here, you can discuss it out and plan. Okay. Yeah.
Hello, hello. Good afternoon. हो मला ते मी जरा उशिरा जॉईन झालो नेटवर्क प्रॉब्लेम असल्यामुळे सारखं ते कट व्हायला लागले. मला लक्षात नाही आलं सुरुवातीला ते नेमकं काय करायचंय ते कळलं नाही. हम्म. हम्म. बर बर. ओके करूया. त्याचे इन्फॉर्मेशन काय कुठे कशी होतं. इंस्टाग्राम लिंक ना त्यांनी काय काय मला ते कळलंच नाही पण काय लिंक टाकली इंस्टाग्रामची लिंक दिसायली ती. हा ते सोर्सेस प्रायमरी सोर्सेस यू कॅन यूज असं म्हणलं त्याच्यामध्ये पण ते काय ओपन होईना ते नीट. मेकर म्हणला TEDx. हो करतोय ना. हॅलो मॅम, ते टेडेक्स काय कन्सेप्ट आहे काय तेच कळलं नाही मग. टेडेक्स विजय विहार म्हणलं टेडेक्स काय ते आता ओपन झालं त्याच्यामध्ये ते वेगवेगळे साईट दिसायला लागले त्याच्यामध्ये. हम्म, हम्म. बर. हो हो चालतं. केलंय ते पाहतोय मी बघू. आहे माव आहे, बोला. पाहिलं तर ते टॉक शो यायले त्यांचे त्याच्यामध्ये, ते टेडेक्स टॉक शो. ते तसं अवघड आहे एवढ्या कमी वेळात ऑर्गनाईज करते, कन्सेप्टच आपल्यासाठी नवीन आहे. हा. आता एक काय करायचं त्याने, प्रेझेंटेशन नेमकं काय करायचं? सोमया विद्या विहार बद्दल काय बोलणार आपण? मी आता गुगलवरही सर्च केलं आणि त्यांचे युट्यूबवर काही व्हिडिओ आहेत, त्यांचे टिडेक्सचे व्हिडिओ सोमया विद्याविहारचे. मग ते त्यांच्या तिथल्या विद्यार्थ्यांनी केलेले आहेत, त्यांना त्या कॉलेज बद्दल त्यांनी बोललं, त्यांनी काय काय व्यवस्थित. युट्यूबवर आहेत बघा, तुम्ही पहा वाटलं तर. हम्म. तुम्ही ते त्यांनी दिलेल्या लिंकवर नका क्लिक करू, त्यात काही फार नाहीये. तुम्ही सरळ ते आपल्याला जो टॉपिक दिलाय का, तो टॉपिक तुम्ही युट्यूबवर टाका सरळ. हा, त्याच्यात ते ओपन होतंय. नाही, हे मिनिमाइज करा ना. हे मिनिमाइज करून तुम्ही काही होत नाही, म्यूट करा स्वतःला, मिनिमाइज करून युट्यूबवर जा. हा हा. हा हा मॅडम. हा. हो हो. हो, पण आता ते सोमया त्यांनी काय म्हणलंय आपल्याला, सोमया विद्या विहार बद्दल ते टेडेक्स करायचंय ना. हो, पण त्याच्या ऍक्टिव्हिटी सगळ्या हा. पीपीटी करायचं, पीपीटी. पीपीटी. नाही नाही, तसं नाही ते.
Hi, Dr. Rupa. Have you made the presentation? No issues, no issues. That's fine. No, no, not now. You can come back in the main room at 3 o'clock. Okay, okay, not an issue. Okay, okay, no problem.
Recording in progress.
So is everybody back? Let me just check, and I think we can start in 5 minutes. The first team can be Maker Mela. Is the team here? Room 1. Hello. Yeah. Is everybody here? Can I know if group 1 is here? The group which was allotted Maker Mela. Am I audible? Firstly.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So, Bobby, I think you were in Maker Mela group, right?
Yes.
Okay, great. So group 1 is here. Who is from group 2? Do we have anyone from group 2 here? Group 3? Yeah, and group 4?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I think we will wait for group 2 to join in, and then I think we can start with the presentations. So what I'll do is, what you guys have to do is just turn on your videos, and you can start presenting your screen one by one, and you can present as a group. Okay. So I will just wait for the group 2 to join in, and फिर शुरू कर सकते हैं. I will just check with group 2. So I think Dr. Renuka is here, and I think Dr. Renuka was from group 2, right? Dr. Renuka, can you hear me? I repeat, can we have group 2, please? Can one of you guys just unmute and let me know if you are here in the meeting room? Group 2, Dr. Renuka, Dr. Tripti, Dr. Jyoti, Ulhas.
Hello.
Yeah, you're here, right? You are ready
Yeah,
with
I'm here. Yeah.
Are you ready with the presentation?
Actually, Dr. Renuka was doing that.
Okay, can you please check with her if she is able to join or facing any difficulties?
Okay.
Yeah.
Speak on it, yeah, Presentation असं काहीच नाही केलं.
Okay, so I think we'll start with the first presentation. Who is presenting on your behalf? Group 1. I have enabled the screen sharing access, so you can just share your screen and start with the presentation.
No, Zeel, the thing is, I don't have a laptop with me. My group, I think people were not around. So just mention some of the things because I also logged out in between. So I don't know whether anyone else compiled the data. Whatever I have actually compiled, I'll actually share with you now.
Okay, not an issue. You can share it with your mobile phone as well. Who are the other members from your team? Are they here?
There was, one second, Sania, Patil sir, and Bodhraj sir. I logged out in between, so I couldn't, I don't know whether they have compiled anything extra or not. And when I joined back, I was only there. There was no one else.
Okay, because I think I put a message on the group and I don't think anybody else is joining in for the session. So I think you can start.
So the aim of the our event, which is Maker Mela, is a premier event for the grassroots innovations in India to provide a platform for Indian student community to develop and showcase their technical prowess. We cover various domains, and this time we are extending the main theme and invite talents from various disciplines ranging from arts, crafts, engineering, science, agriculture, and any other particular field. Once you submit the application, we will go through that and approve it, which will allow you to come and showcase your talent.
I'm so sorry to interrupt, Bobby. I think Dr. Patil is here, and if he can present a screen, I think that would be helpful. Dr. Patil, do you have the presentation ready with you that you guys have worked on?
Our member, Professor Bobby sir will present, madam.
पाटिल सर आपके पास कंप्यूटर है क्या? मैंने वो गूगल स्लाइड शेयर किया है हमारे ग्रुप में.
नहीं सर, कंप्यूटर नहीं है, वो मुझे ऑफिस में जाना पड़ेगा.
So can you just share it with me? I will present on your behalf and you can speak. I'll just share my email ID. That's my email ID. I've put it in the chat box. Just share it with me. I will present on your behalf and you can talk about it. Is that okay?
Bobby sir, can you share her?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Zeel, your email ID?
I've put it in the chat box. zeel@samaya.edu. Did you get my email?
I'm just sending it to you. Could you able to access it now?
Just a moment. Yes. Just give me a moment. I'll share my screen. Yes, is it visible?
Yeah, we can see. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you can start presenting.
Yeah, that's what I have told. You can go to the next slide. Yeah. This event is for the grassroots innovations in India, and that is to provide a platform for the Indian student community to develop and showcase their technical prowess. We this time planning to showcase the theme in various aspects. You can go to the next slide, which includes some arts, crafts, engineering, science, agriculture, and any other field of interest. Once you submit the applications, we will come to know that whether it is suitable and fitting the theme which we have a plan for this year. And based on that, we will communicate the update. We are planning to have various organization setup that is being planned for this particular event, which is needing from admin support, logistics, marketing, PR, government funding, and sponsors and volunteers. This will be advertised among the institution and the stakeholders. So we will invite applications and we will expand the team accordingly and work on this to execute the events effectively. Stakeholders and the demographics of the community. This event is open for Pan India, and based on the above mentioned theme, people can apply, and it's open for all. And last point is we have not discussed mainly into that aspect as such the impact difference the community is going to create. The main impact which we actually feel is to create a group of people or a community who is thinking in that particular line as such as innovators or startup, by which a better community can be evolved and that message can be spread across universities, colleges, and various people who are interested in that particular thing. How can it benefit the startup incubator? That is again this is a when we come across a riddle or such kind of a center, only we came to know such kind of events are being happening. So it's one way to popularize the existence of such a center, and that's an inspiration for other institute to start similar kind of a setup and spread the awareness, and that will help more and more startup people who are and the incubating centers that can be expanded in future. That's it. Thank you.
Okay, great. I think that was an amazing presentation, and I think you covered most of the aspects that I had mentioned before. And I think post all the presentations, I will be sharing about these events, what these events stand for, and what these are actually about. So I think then you can resemble and understand more about each of these events. Do we have group 2 here? Dr. Renuka Star, are you here? Ulhas, did you check with Dr. Renuka if she is there or if she is facing any difficulty? Okay. तो let's move to the group 3 और फिर उसके बाद वापस आते हैं group 2 पे. Group 3, are you guys ready? Yes, I can see your screen. Dr. Rupa, you are on mute if you're trying to speak. Yeah, I can hear you now. Okay. No issues. That is it. That is it. No, you're done with the presentation. No, okay. You can just stop presenting your screen. I think it's a wonderful effort that you've made by using the social media. You have understood about the event very nicely, and you tried to put it on the slides also. And I think it's an outstanding job that you've done because you did it alone. So yeah, I will again. We will reflect back and see what the event is about later once all the presentations are done. Can we have group 4?
Nadal sir, I request you to present the things.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, I'll do it.
In the meantime, is group 2 ready? Dr. Renuka, Ulhas, anyone from group 2? Yeah, I think you can begin with your presentation, group 4.
Latika ma'am is here. Latika ma'am.
Nadal sir, you present the things, and if required, I will add. If any point is required, then I will add. Okay.
Sure. Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Okay.
Good afternoon, everyone. So I'll be just talking about Meta Developer Circle. Whereas the aim is like to reach the larger community of the innovators and to develop software or a business based on Meta platform to share knowledge, collaborate, build new ideas. As far as I just got to know about this, Meta is basically like the parent organization for Facebook. It's not wrong. Am I right, Zilman? Right. So if you look at the domain, it will be focusing on innovation and exploration. And resources we required, we'll just talking about anyway. We talk about the server part is going to be handled by the Meta itself. So I'll be just focusing on like other social networking sites and hardware component, especially when I just want to incubate. I just might be needing a hardware component like computer system and testing softwares just to find out the bugs and other thing. And developers community I'll develop. Coming to the stakeholders and demographics of the community, it will include majorly developers, organizers, meta-based technology users, etc. Now, we look at the impact. It will motivate more people for innovation and exploration, generating employment and different kinds of opportunities. Benefit for the startup incubator, it helps developing gain new skills.
Okay.
Basically, we have made this presentation based upon whatever be the points you discussed in the thing. Okay.
Right. So I think again it was a really wonderful effort that you guys put together, everything that you know about meta developer circles, and I think you've correctly identified the aspects that I asked you to list down. So yeah, good work, both of you guys. I again just request if group 2 is present. I'd just like to know if group 2 is here and they would like to present. Ulhas, Dr. Renuka, anyone
Hello.
from? Yes.
Actually, we are not prepared the presentation. The other participants, they left. We had a discussion and then nobody was there in the group.
Okay, so I would just like to know about your discussion. If you can share about your discussion, that's also enough.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, everyone. We were given the Darwin as the topic for the presentation. And we had discussed that the topic will be organic food products. Organic food products. That was the topic for the conference.
Just a moment. Can you please mute yourselves? Presentation. Thank you. Yeah, Ulas, you can go ahead.
Yeah, that was the topic for the presentation. Organic food products. And the conference will need the key speakers, two keynote speakers, and judges will be required for the conference. And then we also need some journal for a publication of the papers in the journal. And other things that we had discussed was, that's all. That was what we had discussed.
Okay, great. So I think what I'll do now is I'll tell you all about the events, a little bit about what actually the events are about. So primarily, my focus will be on two of the major events that we do here at Riddle. One of them is Maker Mela, and the second one is Darwin. So I will focus on majorly these two events, and I'll also tell you in brief about the other two events that we do. So the other two communities that we have, MetaDevC and TEDx Samaya Vidyavihar. Just give me a moment. I'll share. Okay, so my screen is visible, right? Hello, is my screen visible?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, it's visible.
Yeah. So firstly, talking about Maker Mela. So Maker Mela is actually a platform for makers and innovators to come and present and talk about the projects that they're building and creating. So I'll just quickly show you a couple of projects that we have had. So it's a community of makers and with a focus on problem solving and creating global solutions to the problems that exist in the society. So these are a couple of products and innovations or projects that you can say that we've built through Maker Mela. Yeah, again, so we've had so this is a key example of how our makers have transformed to startups. So the first image that you see here is a product called Square Off, which is a automated chessboard. So these guys came to us initially as project. They presented their project at Maker Mela, and then they transformed this project to a business, and now they're successfully running their startup and have raised over 22 crores of funding. Same with the next product, which is Indra, who has created a wastewater treatment plant. So again, this came to us initially as a project, and we supported them through the infrastructure that we have, through the funding opportunities that we have, and we kind of encourage them to take that one leap from project to startup. And this is how we kind of take in projects who come at Maker Mela and kind of help them accelerate to their next level by turning their projects or innovations into businesses and startup. So yeah, these are a couple of again makers that we've had. So the first one is Save Mom, the second one is What Technovations. So all of these are startups that we have currently at Riddle, who have obviously come from a stage or from an ideation stage or from a stage wherein they were at their project development stage. So yeah, now these are a couple of opportunities that we have for our makers, and these are a couple of events that we have as a part of Maker Mela. So Makers Expo, wherein we every year we have about 100 plus makers who display their projects and talk about these ideas and innovations. And the next one, so community platform. So during the lockdown, we had created Asia's largest maker platform, wherein the makers could create these projects of their innovations and upload it on our Maker Mela platform. Then there is also a pitching session that we have for our startups and makers. So wherein there are investors who can invest in these makers and startups and enable them to build their projects and accelerate their growth. So those are pitching sessions that we organize, and we also have keynote speakers from different domains, wherein we had so we enable the audience and the makers who are attending the Maker Mela event to kind of gain from their expertise, from the people from the knowledgeable people who come in for the event. Then we have about different kinds of people who have founded different well-known companies for our speaker session. So two of the examples are given here. So we've hosted Ashish Hemrajani, who is the founder of Cook My Show, for one of the sessions at Maker Mela. We have also had Professor Radhayonath. She won a Nobel Prize in chemistry. She was also our keynote speaker in about 3 years ago, I guess. We do different kind of discussions wherein people are enabled and they are given expertise about different kinds of topics around innovations and projects. And we also do change makers conclave. We also host Asia's largest influencer gathering, wherein we invite different famous creators and influencers. So we have had Ashish Chanchlani, then Prajakta Kohli is also known as mostly Zeel. All of these influencers who come over to the campus and discuss about the influencer and the creator and the social media platforms and all of these topics which are very trending. So yeah, these are a couple of speakers that we have hosted at the Maker Mela event. This is about the experience that we provide to our makers. So a lot of funding opportunities for them, a lot of pitching sessions and interaction opportunities with different kinds of dignitaries that are there at the event. So yeah, these are just the opportunities that we have for them. This is about so again, when you organize an event, it's also essential that you partner with a lot of media publications, you partner with a lot of organizations, universities, and institutes. So this is one prime example wherein our university partnered with these publication houses and media houses and got Maker Mela featured in all of these events, all of these newspapers and digital and physical media. Now, this was about the Maker Mela event, wherein our audience is majorly makers, innovators who have these projects and they're willing to showcase these projects and take these projects to the next level by converting them to startups and businesses. So that is what our audience is about at the Maker Mela event. Now, next, talking about Darwin, which is a bio conference that we do. It's an international biotechnology conference that we organize. At the Darwin conference, we do host a lot of people from reputed organizations like Harvard, Oxford, MIT, etc. So one of the examples that you can see here on the screen is Professor George Church from Harvard Medical School. Who was the keynote speaker at one of the conferences. So Darwin has been happening for about 3 years now, and it's going to happen this year from 2nd to 5th of February, which is close. We would love to host you guys at the event. So yeah, these are a couple of speakers that we have had for the Darwin conference. Then again, we do a lot of panel discussions around global topics of concern in the field of biology. So open science is one such field, then biomaterials, then climate change, and all of these important topics. Yeah, again, these are a couple of other panel discussions that we've done. We also do a lot of skill training and workshops through the conference. So every year the conference is theme based and we do trainings and skill development workshops on different kinds of topics. So all of these are hands-on training experiences for the attendees so that, we equip them with the things that are happening right now in the industry and not just stick to the lab work and research which happens at the university level. So yeah, these are the workshops that we've managed to do. So we've done about, I think, 40 to 50 plus workshops in the past 3 years on different kinds of topics. This is another segment that we host at the Darwin Conference, which is virtual tours, wherein we give the attendees experience of the work culture of different labs and biolabs and organizations across the world. Then these were the physical visits, which we did at the centers here in India. Then this is a paper presentation competition which we host at the conference, wherein the main motto of the competition is to get research papers published. So we've had about 17 plus research papers being published in the last 2 years, and absolutely free of cost. This is biohackathon, which is a project-based competition again, wherein people and students and these group of people come together and find solutions to problems existing in the field of biology. So this is again another segment that we do at the conference, which is called regional conferences. So one important aspect of organizing community events is partnerships and collaborations. So being an international conference, I think it is very much essential that we partner with different people so that we can reach out to more and more people around the world. So these are some 13 labs that we partnered with for the conference last year, who conducted these mini Darwin conferences across the world. So we had about 10 plus countries hosting the Darwin conference in 7 different languages. So yeah, so this is the kind of exposure that we give to our attendees coming in for the conference. Yeah, there's a lot of networking opportunities at the conference, and we look how we can engage our community, how we can engage our existing community, and also build upon our bio community that we're trying to create. So that is about the Darwin conference. This is just a few partners that we've had at the conference. Now talking about TEDx Samaya Vidya Vihar, so I am sure most of you all are aware about the concept of how TED Talks work, right? So we had a team at Riddle who hosted who was responsible for organizing these TEDx Samaya Vidya Vihar events, wherein we invited a lot of thought leaders and these inspiring people from different domains who came to the campus and interacted with our students and who interacted with the people coming in for the event, and they talked about their interesting and inspiring journeys. And yeah, that was TEDx Samaya Vidya Vihar. Then this is Facebook for Developer Circles. So it has been officially changed to Meta Developer Circles. So our CEO is the lead for Meta Developer Circles, and we have a team who handles the Meta Developer Circles program for us. So we do different kinds of activities through this initiative that we have at Riddle. So we train these people, we train these developers and innovators who are interested in technology, AR, VR. So we have a couple of softwares from Meta. So for example, React, then there is, So we train these people in these different softwares and enable them to, create some solutions in the AR, VR and in the technology domain. So yeah, so Facebook has enabled us in doing that. So these were the 4 events that you guys talked about. And I think the presentations were really great. And I think most of you all tried to resemble what the events actually stand for. And yeah, so that marks the end of the first part, or the first aspect that I was focusing on is what are community events about. So I just like any one of you guys to tell me what are community events in one line, or maybe all of you guys can just pour in your answers in the chat box. तो जो भी आपके आंसर्स है आप चैट बॉक्स में डाल दीजिए. What do you think community events are? अभी मैंने आपको एग्जांपल्स भी दे दिए about the community events that we do at Riddle, and I've also explained what community events are. So it would be amazing if you can just put it in the chat box. कि community events क्या होते हैं? Just anything in your own language, in your layman language, anything works. I just want to understand how much of this part you have understood. So just let me know in the chat box, what do you think community events are? And then we can move to the next part of the session. Or if anybody is willing, they can also unmute themselves and just explain about the concept of community events.
Hi, this is Latika Das.
Hi,
I just want to give you my perception about community event is that an event that raises funds or an event that brings some solution for the benefit of any local or community cause. That is not a charitable event or non-profit event, but it provides some kind of solution to a local or community problems, or you can say it provides a solution.
Okay, great. Anyone else? Thanks, Latika, for sharing that perspective. I think I really agree with how you mentioned that it has to serve for a greater purpose. The event has to serve for a greater purpose, or try to create a change. Amazing. Anybody else who would like to volunteer and let me know about the meaning of community events? Anyone? Dr. Rupa, Ulhas, Shravan, Bobby, anybody? Okay, no problem. So then I think I will wrap up the first part of the session, which is what are community events, by just mentioning that community events are basically events which are organized by a group of people who are sharing a common goal, who are sharing a common aim for the betterment of the society, or to bring about a positive change for the society. So say, for example, if I'm organizing Maker Mela, so I have to have people who are passionate about innovations and passionate about startups, and create this event for the betterment of makers and to build projects in our country or in this ecosystem. Okay, so that is what community events are about. I will move to my next part, which is how to organize community events. So I hope you guys remember we are going to be focusing on three major aspects: what, how, and why of organizing community events. So how to organize community events is what you guys worked on while you were doing the presentation. So आपने सब कुछ list down करा, resources which are going to be required, stakeholders which are going to be involved, क्या टाइमलाइन होना चाहिए, वो सारी चीजें आप लोगों ने शायद डिस्कस करी होगी. And I will also share about what you guys have to basically focus on when you kind of build these community events. So I've listed down a few major points which will be required for organizing any particular community event that you look for. So starting with building an team. So I think team is very essential. Just give me a moment. Yeah, I am so sorry. I'm audible, right? Hello. Hello.
Yeah, you're audible. Yeah.
So as I was mentioning, that building an team is essentially important when it comes to organizing an event. So you need to have people who share the same perspectives, who have a common motto, and who are working towards the same cause. So that is very essential. Now, when I say team, you need to have certain different kinds of people in the team. So say, for example, one person who's responsible for marketing of the event, one person who is responsible for the event planning, one person who is responsible for inviting people, one person who's going to look after the logistics, and essentially we also need to have a leader who's going to be managing the entire team. So this is what is essentially important. One, which is the organizing team or the organizing committee, who is going to be responsible for the in and out and the planning and execution of the entire event. That is one. Second, you have to collectively decide an event goal or a purpose. So say, for example, if I say I want to organize Darwin, so at Darwin, our main aim is to kind of bridge the gap between researchers that are already there. So famous researchers from Harvard, Oxford, MIT, as I mentioned, and the mature biologists. So say students, undergraduate students, postgraduate students. So we are here to bridge these particular this particular gap that we have in the biology domain, in the biotechnology domain. So this is the main aim of the conference that we organize. So when I say I want to define these goals, so I need to be clear with respect to what I want to do through the event that I am organizing. So that is one thing which we are, which is again essentially important to define at the start of event planning or event or whatever. So before you begin the planning and execution, you need to define these things. Third is defining the target audience and other stakeholders. So when I mention stakeholders, I mean to say the people who are going to be involved in the event. So the organizing committee, the people who are going to attend, the people who are going to host the event. So the speakers, the panelists, the workshop trainers, and the people who are going to be taking sessions. Those, then the audience, the people which is going to come for the event. We have to be defining all of these. So say, for example, if I take Maker Mela, the target audience of Maker Mela is makers, innovators, and people who are interested in building and creating projects. That is the target audience. So we have to be defining the target audience beforehand so that we know what the event is going to be around. Fourth is finalizing the event format, timeline, and lineup. So event format, by event format, when I showed you Darwin and Maker Mela, I think I told you about the events that we do at Darwin and Maker Mela. So speaker sessions, panel discussions, workshops, maker expo, research symposium, all of these. So keeping in mind the aim that we have decided beforehand, we need to be finalizing on an event format that we're going to do. So we're going to do it online or offline. What are the sessions that we're going to include? Who are the people that we're going to involve? How many days are we going to run the event for? So say, for example, Maker Mela is a 3-day event. Then Darwin is a 4-day event. So we plan the number of sessions, and then accordingly we decide what are the time zones that we're going to run the event for. So say, for example, Darwin, because it's an international conference, we plan the conference in such a way that we try to include maximum time zones that we can. Then the fifth point is building and maintaining relations with the community that is formed. So at Darwin, we have made a community for bio enthusiasts, which we call bio community. So we have an existing community which is being formed because we've been doing the conference for 3 years. But we also need to build upon this community time and again, so that we keep on increasing the number of people that are there in the community. So say, for example, if I say I have 5,000 people in my community right now, by next year I need to have a target to increase this community that I have and increase the engagement within the community that I have formed right now. So my reputation with the community and the interaction amongst themselves is also what is essential, so that we can leverage this community later on when it's required. Then the last point, which is super essential, is outcome for the startup incubator. So I'll just tell you about all the 4 events and what outcomes we get from each of the event. So Maker Mela, because as I've mentioned again, I'll mention it again, we have makers and innovators, which we try to convert to startups And these startups can be a part of our startup ecosystem at Riddle in the startup incubator. Now, next, Darwin. So we have a biolab which is called Bio Riddle. So with an aim to bring these projects to the research project phase and to get their papers published and to convert again these projects, these bio-based projects, to startups in the life sciences domain. We do this Darwin conference so that we can convert and encourage these people doing projects in the life sciences domain to convert their projects to research projects, tangible research projects, and get their papers published and projects funded and startups being registered. That is second. Third, through MetaDevC, again, we try to upskill these people, upskill these developers and innovators in the technology domain so that they can, create tech-based or tech-driven businesses and and also through these skill training workshops, one more aim that I can say is that these people can also work with our startups and help them in creating their in creating things that they require. So say for example, if we are training people in one particular software, they can use this for the creating an app for one of our startups that we already have at Riddle. So that is another purpose. Then at TEDx Samaya Vidya we are trying to create a community of inspiring people and these famous dignitaries from around the world, which we can again leverage for our incubated startups at Riddle by making them guide these startups that we have, including them in our mentor pool or an investor pool that we have at Riddle. So yeah, in short, we are just trying to create these community events and create these different kinds of different communities so that we can leverage it and leverage this ecosystem for our startups, our already existing startups, or build new startups. So that's the main purpose. Is it clear? Can I just have a quick raise of hands, or yeah, if it's clear to everybody? Am I going too fast? Just let me know if I'm going too fast. I could slow it down a little bit. Guys, is it clear to everybody? Do you guys have any doubts? Okay, so I think I will just continue. Yes. So the third aspect is why to organize these community events being a part of the startup incubator. So being a part of a university, I think there are a lot of college fests that keep happening. So what is the difference between these college fests and community events that we do? So college fests, I think, are I think without a purpose. They are organizing these events and games and fun contests and quizzes and dance festivals, music festivals, and all of these things without a purpose of utilizing the audience. Or so say for example, if I organize the event today, there is no larger purpose that it's gonna serve when I do these events for a from a university or from a college point of view, because I will never think of leveraging this community anywhere else. I'll just invite them for festivals and these college fests which keeps happening annually, and just forget about it and then invite them again next year. But I'm not going to leverage this community anywhere. I'm not going to think about using these students to form a e-cell, or asking these projects to to present at some larger scale, or asking them to convert to businesses. None of these. I don't think any one of us have ever thought like that. But when I say I am a part of a startup incubator, when we organize events, it's with a larger aim to benefit from these students, from these projects, and from these communities on a longer run. So I think we've been doing all of these events for over 4 years now. Darwin, we've been doing for over 3 years now. It's going to be the 4th edition this year. Maker Mela, we've been doing for about 8 years now. TEDx Samaya Vidya again, I think we've been doing it for 6 to 7 years, and MetaDevC again for 5 to 6 years. And so all of these events are being done for a good amount of time, and we've been leveraging this community since then. And now when I say I need a community for developers, or I need developers who can say, for example, create X software for me, I now have people whom I can reach out to. I at least have over 2,000 people whom I can reach out to and ask them if there is someone who can create an app for me. So that is the benefit of having different varied group of communities in a startup incubator. So if one of my already incubated startups have a requirement, I can put it out to these communities, and whoever is skilled enough can help the startup. So yeah, that's the main aim, why to organize these community events. So I would just quickly like to ask you all, what is the purpose of a startup incubator according to you? I will also just note it down once you tell me what is the purpose of a startup incubator according to you. Yeah. Can I have answers? Can you guys unmute yourselves?
It is like a helping hand for the people who just want to do a business.
Okay. So right, yeah. Helping hand for startups, people who are doing businesses. This is what you mentioned, right? Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Who was it again? Can I know who answered this?
Saravanan.
Okay, thank you, Saravanan. Latika, can you tell me your views about what is a startup incubator? What does it do?
It is a kind of facilitator, or you can say startup incubators are providing a platform for people who want to convert their idea into a commercial, or you can say into a business.
Ideas to commercial. Okay.
Setups, yeah.
Yes. Next, Dr. Patil, can you help me with your perspective? Yes, anyone else who wants to help me with their perspective? Dr. Jyoti, Dr. Renuka, Dr. Rupa, Savita. Okay, she's from the MSFDA. Bobby, anyone who wants to help me with their ideas or perspective about the purpose of a startup incubator? Okay, great. So I think Dr. Savran and Latika has helped me with two things, which is one is helping hand for people who are doing businesses, which is of course right, and the second one is facilitator or platform for converting ideas to commercial setups, which is again right. So I have one definition. So what we do at a startup incubator is to help and build startups and accelerate their growth from one stage to another. Okay, do you guys agree? So what we essentially doing is, जो हमारे पास ऑलरेडी एग्जिस्टिंग स्टार्टअप्स है, हम उनका ग्रोथ एक्सेलरेट कर रहे हैं एक स्टेज से दूसरे स्टेज तक. तो आई होप जब हमारी टीम ने सेशंस लिए होंगे तो आपको स्टेजेस के बारे में बताया होगा स्टार्टअप्स के. तो आइडिएशन स्टेज होता है, पीओसी प्रूफ ऑफ कॉन्सेप्ट स्टेज होता है, प्रोटोटाइप डेवलपमेंट होता है, रेवेन्यू स्टेज होता है, अलग अलग टाइप के स्टेजेस होते हैं स्टार्टअप के. तो जब हमारे पास एक स्टार्टअप आता है कोई एक पर्टिकुलर स्टेज पे, तो हम ये कोशिश करते हैं कि हम वो स्टार्टअप का ग्रोथ एक स्टेज से दूसरे स्टेज तक एक्सेलरेट करें. और दूसरा हमारा ये एम रहता है कि जो हमारे पास लोग आ रहे हैं या प्रोजेक्ट्स आ रहे हैं, हम उनको स्टार्टअप्स में बिल्ड करें. तो जो स्टार्टअप्स नहीं है ऑलरेडी, उनको हम स्टार्टअप्स में कन्वर्ट करें, उनको हम बिजनेसेस या कमर्शियल सेटअप्स में ऑर्गेनाइज करके उनको कन्वर्ट करें फ्रॉम आइडियाज या प्रोजेक्ट या इनोवेशंस टू स्टार्टअप्स एंड बिजनेसेस. So that is what a startup incubator does. So ये मैंने अचानक इसलिए पूछा कि जब मैं कहती हूँ कि community events essential है being a part of a startup incubator, so these are a few points why these are essential for a startup incubator. One, आपको एक्सेस मिलता है स्टूडेंट इकोसिस्टम का, जो आप आपके इंक्यूबेटर में यूज कर सकते हो फॉर डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ थिंग्स. वन, टू ऑर्गेनाइज दीज इवेंट्स आप वो पूरा इकोसिस्टम यूज कर सकते हो. टू, आप उनको इंटर्नशिप दिलवा सकते हो इन स्टार्टअप्स. तो आपके स्टार्टअप्स का हेल्प हो रहा है इन डिफरेंट काइंड्स ऑफ डोमेन्स. आप आपके स्टार्टअप आप जो भी स्टूडेंट्स आपके पास है, आप उनको स्टार्टअप्स में भेज के वहां पे उन स्टूडेंट्स की और स्टार्टअप्स की दोनों की हेल्प कर सकते हो. दैट इज वन. तो आपके पास अगर आप एक यूनिवर्सिटी या कॉलेज का पार्ट हो, तो आपके पास ऑलरेडी एक इकोसिस्टम होगा स्टूडेंट्स का. जो भी आपके कॉलेज या यूनिवर्सिटी में लोग आ रहे हैं, दोज आर पार्ट ऑफ योर इकोसिस्टम. तो आप इनमें से कुछ लोग लेके, सो से फॉर एग्जांपल विल आल्सो आइडेंटिफाई आप कौन से स्टेज पे हो राइट नाउ, एंड देन फर्दर लुक थ्रू हम कैसे आगे बढ़ सकते हैं. So that is one. Second, आपका इकोसिस्टम, जब मैं कहती हूँ जब आप एक स्टार्टअप इकोसिस्टम का पार्ट हो, तब आपके पास प्रोजेक्ट और इनोवेशन इनिशियली आएंगे और आपको उनको हेल्प करना है टू आइडेंटिफाई देयर बिजनेस मॉडल एंड उनको कन्वर्ट करवाना है टू स्टार्टअप्स. सो थ्रू मेकर मेला, डार्विन, ये सब हम प्रोजेक्ट्स इनवाइट करते हैं यहाँ पे, तो दैट जो लोग आइडिया स्टेज पे है, जिनके प्रोजेक्ट्स अभी भी आइडिया स्टेज पे, हम उनको वो आइडियाज दे सके कि आप आपके आइडिया को इस तरह से इस तरह से स्टार्टअप्स में कन्वर्ट कर सकते हो. तो दैट इज द सेकेंड एम, कि आप एक्सपोजर मिल रहा है आपको टू डिफरेंट प्रोजेक्ट्स. आपके पास वो प्रोजेक्ट्स आएंगे और आप उनको कन्वर्ट करोगे टू स्टार्टअप्स, एंड दीज स्टार्टअप्स विल इन टर्न बी अ पार्ट ऑफ योर स्टार्टअप इकोसिस्टम. ठीक है. फिर थर्ड, इट हेल्प्स योर इंक्यूबेटर गेट ट्रैक्शन थ्रू इवेंट्स. सो जब आप इवेंट्स करते हो, तब आपको पब्लिसिटी मिलता है, तब आपको कवरेज मिलता है, तब आपको ट्रैक्शन मिलता है इन एनी यूनिवर्सिटी. सो व्हेन आई टॉक अबाउट रिडल, तो हम शुरू में वी स्टार्टेड एज एन इनोवेशन सेल, एंड फिर हमने धीरे धीरे मेकर मेला किया. And when we did Maker Mela, we got a lot of students coming in, a lot of students volunteering to do Maker Mela, and then through Maker Mela we got a lot of projects, and वहां से हम यूनिवर्सिटी में हमारे इंक्यूबेशन सेंटर के बारे में पता लगने लगा लोगों को. So that is from where you will also get traction for your incubator. फिर next point is get in touch with experts and renowned people and add them to your mentor or investor pool. तो जब मैं कहती हूँ कि हम ये renowned लोगों को बुलाते हैं from Harvard, MIT, Book My Show, whatever I just mentioned, these people I'm getting in touch with for these particular events, और फिर मैं उनके साथ टच में रह के उनके साथ नेटवर्क बिल्ड करके मैं उन लोगों को हमारे स्टार्टअप के लिए मेंटर और इन्वेस्टर पूल में ऐड ऑन कर दूंगी. तो एज अ पार्ट ऑफ अ स्टार्टअप इंक्यूबेटर आपके लिए बहुत एसेंशियल होता है कि आपके पास एक मेंटर्स का पूल हो, जो बहुत वेरी डोमेन्स में हो मेंटर का पूल, और इन्वेस्टर्स का भी पूल हो जो आपके स्टार्टअप्स में इन्वेस्ट कर सके. बिकॉज एट द एंड ऑफ द डे अ स्टार्टअप इंक्यूबेटर जस्ट हैज मोस्ट ऑफ द स्टार्टअप इंक्यूबेटर्स जस्ट हैव गवर्नमेंट फंडिंग, सो व्हिच इज नॉट इनफ फॉर द स्टार्टअप्स. तो आपके पास एक्सटर्नल VC firms, angel investors, इन सबका कॉन्टैक्ट होना भी जरूरी है. So when you invite them for these kind of events, they stay in touch with you, you network with different people, and फिर ये लोगों को आप आपके mentor pool में invite कर सकते हो, investor pool में invite कर सकते हो, और आपकी जो incubated startups हैं उनको help हो सकता है through these mentors and investors. Now the last point is why you do these community events is because most of the incubators and accelerators जिनके साथ मेरा कॉन्टैक्ट रहा है पिछले 3-4 सालों में, not many of them are aware of how important it is to create community events or to build these community events or to organize these community events. So आप अगर being a innovation cell or a startup incubator organize these events, it will make you stand out from the rest of the incubators that are already there in the country, from the rest of the accelerators that are already there in the country. Okay, so that was about why. I will just like to understand from you all if you guys have any questions as of now. because I have tried to explain what are community events, why are they essential, and how to organize them. So I just quickly like to know if कुछ doubts है अभी तक तो आप मुझे बता सकते हो. I'll just try to clear those out, and then I think we can move to the last segment. Yeah, just let me know if you guys have any doubts. Otherwise, we can take a 15-minute break, and then we can come back for the session and या मूव टू द लास्ट पार्ट जहाँ पे हम समझेंगे आपसे कि आप कौन से स्टेज पे हो फिलहाल एंड हाउ यू कैन मूव फॉरवर्ड विद ऑर्गेनाइजिंग कम्युनिटी इवेंट्स. और फिर मैं एक आपको छोटा सा एक्टिविटी दूंगी जो आप कल भी मेरा ही सेशन है तो जो आप कल सुबह आके प्रेजेंट कर सकते हो. So yeah, if कोई doubts है तो आप please unmute करिए and मुझे बताइए, so I'll try to solve them. Otherwise we can take a 15 minutes break and 4:15 को वापस आते हैं session में and yeah, discuss करते हैं फिर आगे का. Okay, is everybody back? I think we'll resume by 4:25. Can I have a raise of hands if everyone is here? Okay, I can see Dr. Patil here. Guys, just raise your hand so that I can know if everybody is here. Okay, Latika is here, Shravan is here. Okay, great. I think most of you have joined back. Now I would like this to be a super interactive segment now onwards. So I will firstly tell you about what stages. So I've had a conversation with my colleagues and I've identified a few stages that you guys are at right now. So I'll just show you the stages. So once I show you and list down the stages that I have for you, you can then identify which stage you fall in, and then I think we can start to create and discuss a roadmap for you guys how you can move forward. Okay, so I will just share my screen. Just give me a moment. I'll share my screen and show you the stages that I've listed down. Okay, is my screen visible? Is my screen visible?
Yes.
Yes. So these are the three stages that I have identified according to my understanding of the audience that I have today. So stage one is wherein you have no incubation center, no e-cell, but you do have access to student ecosystem through the university or through the college that you're a part of. Stage two is you are in the process or you have already built an innovation cell or an entrepreneurship cell. And stage three is you are in the process of or have already built a startup incubator or an accelerator. So I would quickly like to understand um, from all the participants that are here today, which is the stage that you guys fall in, and then I think we can have a one-on-one discussion of how we can move forward and what are the difficulties that you guys are facing with respect to developing the incubator, and how community events can help you accelerate that particular part. So I think any one of you guys can start first. Tell me about the stage that you have identified, and then we can start on looking at the difficulties that you guys are facing. Yes, who can go first? Yes, Latika.
Zeel, we are in stage 3, basically. We
Okay.
are already having a
Please
startup.
put on your video. It would be lovely to see you and interact with you. You've been, yeah.
Just a sec.
Yes, I can see you. Just adjust your. Okay, great. Oh, Latika, we've met before,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
You were
yeah.
here at Byrodin. Yes.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Already I'm sitting at my incubation center only,
That's
at my
lovely.
office, because as it is a working day, so I can't make any other place to attend this training.
Right.
So basically, we are in a very initial stage of this incubation center.
Right.
And as we are a part of RET, and RET Education Society is in this education industry from since last 100 years. So we have a very good chunk of student ecosystem with us. We are
Right.
having management colleges, engineering colleges, and science, arts, commerce colleges. So we are having a bulk of students with us.
Right.
But as an incubation center, it's just a starting phase. We have a separate e-sale at every colleges of us,
Right.
from our this thing. And as we are having few dedicated building for this incubation center, so now we are going to start with some different event which help us to develop this incubation center,
Right.
and just to grow.
Okay, so what are the difficulties that you're facing at the moment with respect to the growth of the incubator? So is it the organizing team that can run the incubator, or are you not able to fetch startups, or what is the difficulty that you're facing at the moment?
Actually, currently we are lacking a team, a good team, basically. It's you can say it's a one-man army kind of situation. I'm the person who is handling the entire administration. I'm the person who is handling the compliances. I'm the person who is interacting with other people regarding this. I have few subordinates with me, but first thing what I feel that because we are having a full of mentors as a resource person, we don't have any issue because we are having हमारे पास बहुत faculties है, different department के experts हैं, वो work भी कर रहे हैं, like इस cell में innovation cell में work भी कर रहे हैं, but at this incubation center, to run this incubation center, first I require a good team who know exactly what they have to do, वो roles and responsibilities उनके clear होने, ये सारी चीजें अभी स्टार्टिंग के फेज के कारण हमें थोड़ा सा इशू हो गया. वंस इट इज क्लियर तो थोड़ा सा हमारे लिए सिचुएशन इजी होगा बिकॉज ऑफ आवर लोकेशन. वी आर सिचुएटेड एट नवी मुंबई एंड नवी मुंबई में इस तरह के इंक्यूबेशन सेंटर्स नहीं, तो हाँ, तो ये चीजें हमारे लिए प्लस पॉइंट है. एंड करेंटली मेट्रो वगैरह इस नवी मुंबई का जो स्टार्ट है वहां से हमारा जो लोकेशन है वो बहुत इजी कम्यूटेबल है, तो दैट इज ऑल्सो प्लस पॉइंट फॉर अस. और यहाँ पे हम स्टूडेंट्स को बहुत सारी फैसिलिटीज प्रोवाइड कर सकते हैं. वी आर in a process of tying up with some of the different organization like मैंने आपको सुबह में भी आफ्टरनून में जब हमारा डिस्कशन शुरू हुआ था तो मैंने बताया था कि WPC वर्ल्ड ट्रेड सेंटर के साथ हमारा टाई अप है एंड वी आर गोइंग टू ऑर्गेनाइज वन इवेंट. तो इससे क्या होगा, इस बेल्ट के जितने MSMEs हैं उनके साथ हमारे स्टार्टअप्स को इंटरेक्ट होने को मिलेगा एंड इट विल डेफिनेटली गिव बेनिफिट टू देम. एंड बेसिकली हमारे यहाँ को-वर्किंग स्पेस ऑलरेडी फंक्शनल है जहाँ 70 पर्सन्स काम कर रहे हैं और ये 70% डिफरेंट स्टार्टअप्स को बिलोंग करते हैं, छोटी छोटी टीम है उनकी. तो को-वर्क स्पेस में जो हमारे स्टार्टअप है उनको लेके हम अपना ये जो इंक्यूबेशन सेंटर है उसको थोड़ा सा उनके साथ उनको बेनिफिट पहुंचा के वी आर गोइंग टू स्टार्ट समथिंग. अभी थोड़ा सा इनिशियल स्टेज है इसलिए वी रिक्वायर few support and that's the reason we are here basically in this training program because we know that Riddle is having a very good success story, so obviously we want कि next time जो है शायद Riddle और हम साथ में मिलके कुछ कर रहे हो.
डेफिनेटली हम लोग भी यही चाहते हैं कि हम जो भी हमारे स्टार्टअप इकोसिस्टम में जितने भी इंक्यूबेटर्स है, जितने भी स्टार्टअप्स है, हम किसी तरह से उन्हें हेल्प कर पाए, हमारे पास जो रिसोर्सेज है हम उनको दे पाए एंड साथ में स्टार्टअप कम्युनिटी को बेनिफिट कर पाए. एब्सोल्युटली. एंड आई थिंक आप जो सिंगल हैंडेडली कर रहे हो इट्स वेरी गुड एंड इट्स वेरी अपलॉडेबल कि आप आपने जैसे बताया कि आप अकेले ही हो जो पूरा ऑपरेशन हैंडल कर रहे हो. सो आई थिंक आई हैव अ कपल ऑफ सजेशंस फॉर दैट. पहले तो आप रोल्स एंड रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज लिस्ट डाउन करिए कि कौन से रोल्स है जिसके लिए आपको लोग चाहिए होंगे. सो फॉर एग्जांपल स्टार्टअप स्काउट करने के लिए लोग चाहिए, या फॉर एग्जांपल लॉजिस्टिकली जो सारे ऑपरेशंस है, जैसे आपने बताया कि कोवर्किंग स्पेस है आपके पास, तो जो लॉजिस्टिकली ऑपरेशनल एंड पे आपको एक पर्सन चाहिए होगा जो वो पूरे स्पेस और इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर का ध्यान रखे या मेक श्योर करे कि वो फंक्शनल है पूरे टाइम, जो भी उसमें चीजें लग रही है, जो भी रिसोर्सेज की जरूरत है वो सारी अवेलेबल हो. सो दैट इज वन पर्सन विच इज रिक्वायर्ड. फिर तीसरा, जब आप कहते हो आप एक स्टार्टअप इंक्यूबेटर हो तो आपके पास गवर्नमेंट के फंडिंग्स आएंगे. जब आपके पास है अभी कोई फंडिंग फ्रॉम
एक्चुअली वी आर हैविंग फंड फ्रॉम USA and DST स्टार स्कीम के फंड है एंड ऑलरेडी हम उसको यूटिलाइज करके हमने काफी अच्छा लैब वगैरह जो है बनाया है.
नहीं, जब मैं फंडिंग कह रही थी, मैं कह रही थी फंडिंग स्टार्टअप्स को जो देने वाली है,
सीड मनी एंड ऑल.
हाँ राइट, वो अभी आपके पास है.
साइंस टेक्नोलॉजी पार्क की तरफ से हमें मिलता है. इसके अलावा रेड का जो अपना मतलब पेरेंट इंस्टीट्यूशन है, दे आर आल्सो प्रोवाइडिंग सम सीड मनी.
राइट, तो आपको एक और स्टाफ मेंबर या एक और इंसान लगेगा जो ये सारे फंडिंग प्रोग्राम्स पहले तो इनके बारे में रिसर्च करे कि कौन से फंडिंग प्रोग्राम्स अवेलेबल है और फिर उनके लिए अप्लाई करे। तो जैसे कि मैं कुछ एग्जांपल्स बताती हूँ जो रिडल के पास है राइट नाउ।
ओके।
तो हमारे पास निधि के ग्रांट्स है, जो डीएसटी गवर्नमेंट से निधि के 3 ग्रांट्स है। EIR विच इज एंटरप्रेन्योर्स इन रेसिडेंस, फिर दूसरा है प्रयास, निधि प्रयास, तीसरा है निधि SSS। ये तीनों हमारे पास डीएसटी गवर्नमेंट से है।
निधि AAA बोला ना?
SSS, निधि
ओके
स्कीम।
ओके ओके।
ये 3 हमारे पास डीएसटी गवर्नमेंट से है। फिर डीबीटी गवर्नमेंट से हमारे पास बायराक का SSS है, बायराक सीड सपोर्ट। फिर हमारे पास हम बायराक के एसोसिएट पार्टनर्स है फॉर बिग का एक 50 लाख का एक फंडिंग प्रोग्राम है। फिर हमारे पास महाराष्ट्र स्टेट से एक फंड है विच इज महाराष्ट्र स्टेट इनोवेशन सोसाइटी से हमारे पास एक फंड है जो हम स्टार्टअप को दे सकते हैं। फिर हमारे पास रिसेंटली स्टार्टअप इंडिया सीड फंड का स्कीम आया था, तो हमारे उसमें हमने दो तीन स्टार्टअप सिलेक्ट करे हैं। तो ऐसे डिफरेंट डिफरेंट स्कीम्स है फ्रॉम द गवर्नमेंट जो हम स्टार्टअप्स को दे सकते हैं। तो these are not funds for us but these are funds for our incubated startup। हम एक मीडिएटर है ये फंड्स डिसबर्स करने के लिए। तो एक पर्सन आपको ये चीजों के लिए लगेगा कि आप कैसे ये फंड्स आपके पास ये फंड्स कैसे आ सकते हैं, उन फंड्स और उन ग्रांट्स के लिए आप अप्लाई करो। अगेन इट्स नॉट अ वेरी इजी प्रोसेस, काफी
ऑब्वियसली एलिजिबिलिटी एंड ऑल प्रोसेस है वहाँ पे काफी सारे।
तो वो एक पर्सन आपको उन चीजों के लिए डेडिकेटेडली चाहिए होगा जो ये फंड्स के लिए अप्लाई करे। एंड वंस यू हैव दीज फंड्स, उसके लिए एप्लीकेशंस ले, शॉर्ट लिस्टिंग करे, रिव्यूइंग करे, फिर ये फंड्स एक कमिटी सेटअप हो और फिर वो फंड्स आप उन स्टार्टअप्स को दो। एक आपको इसके लिए एक डेडिकेटेडली एक स्टाफ मेंबर रखना चाहिए, राइट। उसके बाद एक स्टार्टअप मेंबर आपको आपके पास जो ऑलरेडी इंक्यूबेटेड स्टार्टअप्स है उनकी प्रोग्रेस ट्रैक करने के लिए और उनको हर स्टेज पे क्या रिक्वायरमेंट है वो अंडरस्टैंड करने के लिए और वो हेल्प करने के लिए आपको एक इंसान चाहिए जो मेंटर्स का पूल बनाए, जो इन्वेस्टर्स के साथ कांटेक्ट में रहे, जो डेमो डेज ऑर्गेनाइज करे स्टार्टअप्स के लिए। तो ये सारी चीजों के लिए आपको मिनिमम एक इंसान नेसेसरी है। एंड देन यू कैन हैव अ कपल ऑफ अदर पीपल जो बाकी चीजें देख रहे हैं, यू नो, विच आर नॉट वेरी वेरी एसेंशियल एट इनिशियल पॉइंट, क्योंकि आप शुरू कर रहे हो। तो यू नो सोशल मीडिया है, मार्केटिंग है, फिर अटेंडिंग डिफरेंट काइंड्स ऑफ इवेंट्स। तो स्टार्टअप इंक्यूबेटर्स के वगैरह बहुत सारे इवेंट्स होते हैं, तो वहां पे जाके यू नो यू कैन बिल्ड योर नेटवर्क एंड स्टफ। तो उसके लिए भी आपको यू नो यू नीड टू हैव पीपल हु कैन गो एंड अटेंड दीज इवेंट्स एंड नेटवर्क विद पीपल एंड गेट अदर पीपल ऑन बोर्ड जो इंटरेस्टेड हो इस इंडस्ट्री में और जो आपके साथ आपकी हेल्प कर सके। So these are a couple of people that I can think of which you need right now. So one thing is आपको initially जब शुरू करना है, as you mentioned, you have a lot of students, मतलब काफी बड़ा student community है आपके पास। तो आप शुरू में ना interns ले सकते हो and allot them these small tasks. Yes, so that आपके ऊपर इतना ओवरबर्डन नहीं हो रहा है and you can smoothly function the incubator. And then when you have enough resources that you can hire people, then you can roll out these forms and you know take in more employees. तो हाल ही में अभी जब आपके पास existing ecosystem है students का, वो स्टूडेंट इकोसिस्टम को आप लेवरेज करके उनको इंटर्नशिप्स दे सकते हो। सो उनको भी सीखने मिलेगा आपसे एंड स्टार्टअप इकोसिस्टम में कैसे यू नो कैसे वर्क करता है स्टार्टअप इकोसिस्टम और इंक्यूबेटर्स कैसे वर्क करते हैं। उनको वैसे भी अपॉर्चुनिटीज चाहिए होती है ये वाली। तो अगर आप एज अ पार्ट ऑफ अ यूनिवर्सिटी उनको ये अपॉर्चुनिटीज दो, दे विल बी मोर देन हैप्पी टू कम एंड ज्वाइन यू एंड आपका भी यू नो एक हद तक काम हो जाएगा।
Obviously, human resource is required.
Yes, and then you can and then you can start hiring full-time people. You know, आपके फैकल्टी से ही आप कुछ फुल टाइम पार्ट टाइम लोग ले सकते हो जिनके साथ ऑलरेडी आपको पता है कि ये इनका एक्सपर्टीज है। तो यू कैन जस्ट आस्क देम टू हेल्प यू आउट एंड जॉइन पार्ट टाइम द इंक्यूबेटर। एंड यू नो इन दिस वे आई थिंक ह्यूमन रिसोर्सेज का जो रिक्वायरमेंट है वो फुलफिल हो सकता है आपके यहाँ पे। Yeah. Anything else, Latika? Any other questions? Anything else?
No, thank you, Jill. Most probably in future, I will be in touch with you
Of
regarding
course.
some other queries and other things.
Of course, मैं मेरा email ID और number chat box में डाल दूंगी.
ईमेल आईडी तो है हमारे पास आपका.
Yes. मैं नंबर भी डाल
नंबर भी ग्रुप पे है ही, इसलिए नो इशू.
करेक्ट मैंने फिर से डाल दिया एक बार चैट में. तो in case there's anything, of course आप लोग reach out कर सकते हो.
Thank you, Jill. Thanks a lot.
No issues. Thank you, Latika. It was nice talking to you. Dr. Patil.
Yes, madam.
हाँ जी, आप बताइए, आप क्या स्टेज पे हो? आपने आइडेंटिफाई किया आप कौन से स्टेज पे हो?
नहीं मैडम, we are actually just started our incubation and innovation center.
Okay, amazing.
So I am in the process of learning only.
Okay, that's right.
Yes.
So आप क्या problems face कर रहे हो फिलहाल? आप मुझे बता सकते हो उन problems के बारे में?
Actually, we don't have a financial problem. We want to create linkages with a variety of startups.
Okay.
And one thing we are searching, that our students are there who are very brilliant students.
Okay.
And through them, we want to inculcate the startup values.
Okay.
And we will search out the students who are innovative in startups or those who are thinking it. So first of all, we will make a group of students who are having innovative thoughts. And through this, we will start our activities, madam.
Okay, so आपने अभी तक कुछ activities की है कि अभी आप plan कर रहे हो करने?
No, we are planning, madam. First activity I just told you, we are going to conduct one industrialist meet with our students.
Right. आपने मुझे सुबह बताया था.
Yeah.
I would also recommend कि अगर आप आपके students को startups में convert करना चाहते हो, so yes. I would recommend कि आप ऐसे sessions उनके लिए ऐसे sessions conduct करो जिसमें आपके college के अगर कोई students है जिन्होंने companies found की है, जो alumnus है, जो alumni आपके startup आपके college के है, आपके universities के है, तो वो sessions अगर आपके students के लिए conduct की जाए तो वो आपके स्टूडेंट्स वहां से इंस्पायर होंगे कि ये भी हमारे जैसे स्टूडेंट थे एक पॉइंट पे एंड इन्होंने एक स्टार्टअप या एक बिजनेस बिल्ड किया फ्रॉम द सेम कॉलेज और फ्रॉम द सेम यूनिवर्सिटी. तो ऐसे फाउंडर्स या ऐसे स्टार्टअप करने वाले लोगों को आप बुलाइए जहाँ से उनको इंस्पिरेशन मिले शुरू में, और फिर उनके लिए अलग अलग टाइप की ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम करें. जैसे वन डिजाइन थिंकिंग आई थिंक आप लोग ने लास्ट वीक किया फेज 3 में, हेतल मैम ने आपसे करवाया होगा, राइट. सो डिजाइन थिंकिंग वर्कशॉप्स काफी एसेंशियल होता है फॉर आइडिया जनरेशन एंड आइडियाज को आगे बढ़ाने के लिए. तो आप ऐसे रिसोर्स पर्सन को बुलाओ जिनके पास ऑलरेडी ये एक्सपर्टीज है और जो स्टूडेंट्स में ये आइडिया और आइडिएशन कल्चर इनकलकेट करे कि आइडियाज कहाँ से आएंगे. और आई अंडरस्टैंड कि स्टूडेंट्स के पास ऑलरेडी काफी आइडियाज होते हैं बट वो शॉर्टलिस्ट नहीं कर पाते हैं या समझ नहीं पाते कि कौन से आइडिया के साथ उनको मूव फॉरवर्ड होना चाहिए. तो डिजाइन थिंकिंग आई थिंक इज वेरी एसेंशियल वो स्टेज पे कि बच्चों को समझ आए कि उनको एक पर्टिकुलर आइडिया को कैसे आगे ले जाना है, कैसे एक आइडिया को स्टार्टअप में कन्वर्ट करना है. तो आई थिंक दीज डिफरेंट काइंड ऑफ सेशंस उनके लिए काफी इंटरैक्टिव सेशंस रखिए जहाँ पे वो ऑलरेडी जो इंडस्ट्री में लोग हैं उनके साथ इंटरैक्ट कर पाए, जो ऑलरेडी एंटरप्रेन्योर्स है या जो ऑलरेडी फाउंडर्स है सक्सेसफुल स्टार्टअप्स के, उनके साथ उनके इंटरैक्शंस रखिए सो दैट वो इंस्पायर हो उनसे और उन्हें लगे कि वो खुद भी कर सकते हैं वो चीजें एंड मूव फॉरवर्ड.
Yes, madam. I spoke with Hetal madam. Yes. And she is ready to come to our college to guide our teachers first, and then we will march towards as she guides us.
Amazing.
Yes, thank you, madam.
Thank you, Dr. Patil.
Thank you, madam.
Yeah, Dr. Rupa, can we have you next? Did you identify the stage that your startup is at? You are at right now. Dr. Rupa, can you hear me? Dr. Rupa? Okay, we'll just move to the next person, Dr. Boti Raja. Dr. Boti Raja, am I audible? Dr. Jyoti? Dr. Jyoti, can you hear me? Yes, Dr. Renuka, you were saying something?
यस मैम, हमें भी अभी न्यू स्टार्टअप करना है.
Okay, can you
हमारा
please turn on your video? It will be much more comfortable for me to talk to you.
यस मैम.
Yes. Hi, Dr. Renuka.
Hi ma'am, I am from Jalna College of Social Work and this is my first training of startup incubation. और हमें भी हमारे कॉलेज में स्टार्ट करना है, पाटिल सर के जैसा ही है. और इधर यूनिवर्सिटी में है बट कॉलेज लेवल पे स्टार्ट करना है. आज ही प्रिंसिपल से डिस्कस किया, जस्ट ये जो ट्रेनिंग हमारा हुआ है ना, तो इसके लिए और ज्यादा क्या नॉलेज हमें मिल सकता है, आप बोलिए कि किस तरह से हम स्टूडेंट्स को कन्वर्ट करें, क्योंकि मोस्टली स्टूडेंट्स फ्रॉम रूरल एरिया.
राइट. सो पहले तो शुरू करने के लिए ना आपको प्रोजेक्ट्स डेवलपमेंट से शुरू करना पड़ेगा. तो शुरू में डायरेक्टली एक स्टार्टअप इंक्यूबेटर खोलना इज अ वेरी आई थिंक हाई एंड सोच हो गई. तो आप शुरू में एक इनोवेशन सेल खोलिए जहाँ पे आप प्रोजेक्ट्स प्रमोट कर रहे हो, जहाँ पे आप इनोवेशन प्रमोट कर रहे हो, जहाँ पे आप इवेंट्स ऑर्गेनाइज कर रहे हो. फिर एक बार आपके पास ये सब रिसोर्सेज आ गए, स्टूडेंट्स है, प्रोजेक्ट्स है, जो प्रोजेक्ट है या आइडियाज है जिनको पोटेंशियली जो स्टार्टअप्स में कन्वर्ट हो सकते हैं, फिर आप एक स्टार्टअप इंक्यूबेटर खोलने का सोच सकते हो. बिकॉज स्टार्टअप इंक्यूबेटर खोलने के बाद यू विल हैव अ लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स जो आपको फोकस करना पड़ेगा. जैसे स्टार्टअप्स आ गए तो स्टार्टअप्स के लिए फंडिंग प्रोग्राम्स ढूंढने पड़ेंगे, एक इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर बिल्ड करना होगा. तो शुरू में या तो एक एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप सेल खोलिए या तो एक इनोवेशन सेल खोलिए जिसमें आप स्टूडेंट्स के लिए अलग अलग टाइप के सेशंस कर रहे हो, जिससे एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप प्रमोट हो रहा है, जिससे इनोवेशंस प्रमोट हो रहे हैं. तो आप उस तरीके से पहले एक स्मॉल स्केल या स्मॉल लेवल पे शुरू करिए जहाँ पे स्टूडेंट्स आ सके, सीख सके. एक प्लेटफॉर्म बिल्ड कीजिए जहाँ पे स्टूडेंट्स को आप प्रमोट कर रहे हो कि आप अलग अलग टाइप के प्रोजेक्ट्स बिल्ड करो और फिर उन प्रोजेक्ट्स को हम स्टार्टअप्स में कन्वर्ट कर सकते हैं. सो दिस इज हाँ
वन थिंग, यहाँ पर जो एमसीडी और डीआईसी वगैरह जो है, या जालना में बहुत ज्यादा इंडस्ट्रीज है, तो क्या उनको भी हम विजिटर, बीइंग एज ए विजिटर कॉल कर सकते हैं इंस्टीट्यूट में हमारे?
हाँ, आप आपके स्टूडेंट्स को, एक ग्रुप ऑफ स्टूडेंट्स को ले जाइए ये इंडस्ट्रीज में, उनको दिखाइए कि वहाँ पे कल्चर कैसा है, क्या वर्किंग है. तो उनको जितना ज्यादा एक्सपोजर मिलेगा वो उतने ज्यादा उनका क्रिएटिव माइंड स्पेस फ्री होगा और वो और प्रोजेक्ट्स बिल्ड कर पाएंगे और इनोवेटिवली थिंक कर पाएंगे. सो उसी तरीके से एक कल्चर बिल्ड होगा और फिर वो डिस्कस कर पाएंगे फ्रीली और फिर उनके अंदर से आइडियाज आएंगे जिनको वो स्टार्टअप्स में कन्वर्ट कर सकते हैं. सो पहले एक्चुअली आप एक एंटरप्रेन्योर सेल खोलिए जिसमें आप एक ग्रुप ऑफ स्टूडेंट्स को प्रमोट कर रहे हो, अलग अलग टाइप के सेशंस ले रहे हो आपके स्टूडेंट्स के लिए, डिफरेंट काइंड्स ऑफ रिसोर्स पर्सन बुला रहे हो, ट्रेनिंग्स कंडक्ट कर रहे हो. ये सारी छोटी छोटी चीजें करिए ताकि उनको एक्सपोजर मिले और फिर वो सोच पाए एंड देन फिर वो स्टार्टअप इंक्यूबेटर आप बनाने की सोच सकते हो. तो इनिशियली आई थिंक एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप सेल या इनोवेशन सेल जो कॉलेजेस में होते हैं उनसे आप शुरू कर सकते हो.
ओके मैम, अभी हेतल मैम ने एक बताया था कि सोमैया में कुछ कैंटीन वगैरह स्टूडेंट्स ने चालू किया था, तो दैट्स वन ऑफ द स्मॉल एग्जांपल्स हम शुरू कर सकते हैं. ऐसा भी हमने डिस्कस किया है आज कॉलेज में.
कैंटीन नहीं शुरू किया होगा, कैंटीन से शुरू किया होगा. तो हमारा जो रिडल स्टार्टअप इंक्यूबेटर है ना, वो कैंटीन से एक्चुअली शुरू हुआ था. कैंटीन में हमारे जो फाउंडर्स है गौरव शेट्टी और उनके जो दो दोस्त थे, उन्होंने कैंटीन में बैठ के ये आइडिया सोचा और उन्होंने इनोवेशन सेल खोला था. शुरू में इनोवेशन सेंटर था रिडल पहले, और फिर उसको फिर प्रोजेक्ट्स आते गए हमारे पास और फिर ये प्रोजेक्ट्स के थ्रू हमने स्टार्टअप्स बनाए और फिर हमने हमारे इनोवेशन सेंटर को एक स्टार्टअप इंक्यूबेटर में कन्वर्ट किया. तो जब हमें DST का ग्रांट मिला था आई थिंक 2010 में टेक्नोलॉजी बिजनेस इंक्यूबेटर का, तब हमने वो इनोवेशन सेंटर को एक स्टार्टअप इंक्यूबेटर में कन्वर्ट किया। तो जब हमारे पास सॉरी हाँ बताइए।
ओके सो मैम हमारा जो कॉलेज है वो सोशल वर्क बिलोंग करता है, तो हमारे लिए कौन सा बेस्ट रहेगा? क्योंकि साइंस के स्टूडेंट्स के लिए डिफरेंट है, क्योंकि मैक्सिमम जो हमारे साथ अभी जो कलीग थे ट्रेनिंग में तो डिफरेंट मोस्टली साइंस बिलोंग करते थे, तो हम लोग क्या कर सकते हैं?
राइट सो अभी एक कैटेगरी है सोशल इम्पैक्ट स्टार्टअप्स करके, जिससे जो ये जो स्टार्टअप्स होते हैं, एक तो फॉर प्रॉफिट भी होते हैं, एक नॉट फॉर प्रॉफिट भी होते हैं। ये जो स्टार्टअप्स होते हैं वो एक चेंज लाने की कोशिश करते हैं सोसाइटी में। जैसे फॉर एग्जाम्पल एक स्टार्टअप मैं बताती हूँ, हमारा एक स्टार्टअप है इंदिरा करके, जो वेस्ट वाटर ट्रीटमेंट पे फोकस कर रहा है। तो उन्होंने ऐसे सिस्टम्स बनाए हैं, STPs बनाए हैं वेस्ट वाटर ट्रीटमेंट के लिए, जो अभी इंडस्ट्रीज में है ऑलरेडी। तो उनका दिस इज वन ऑफ द सोशल इम्पैक्ट स्टार्टअप्स, क्योंकि इससे हमारी सोसाइटी में एक विजिबल चेंज हो रहा है इन द सोसाइटी। तो इसको हम कैटेगराइज करते हैं सोशल इम्पैक्ट स्टार्टअप्स के अंडर। तो आपके स्टूडेंट्स को आई थिंक सिंस दे आर स्टडिंग अबाउट ऑल ऑफ दी सोशल इश्यूज, आई थिंक इनके पास ज्यादा नॉलेज होगी ऑफ सोसाइटी को क्या चाहिए, एंड दे कैन अंडरस्टैंड अकॉर्डिंगली कि सोसाइटी में क्या प्रॉब्लम्स एग्जिस्ट कर रही है ऑलरेडी और किसके अराउंड सॉल्यूशंस बिल्ड होने चाहिए। सो दिस इज अ वेरी आई थिंक नाइस थिंग कि आपके स्टूडेंट्स एक्चुअली समझ पा रहे हैं कि सोसाइटी में एग्जिस्टिंग कौन से प्रॉब्लम्स है, एंड वो उसको अंडरस्टैंड करें एंड फिर उनके अराउंड सॉल्यूशंस बिल्ड करें।
या ओके मैम, थैंक यू।
Thank you, Dr. Renuka. Can we move to the next person? Vikram Trivedi.
Hello, Zeel. Good evening.
Hi, good evening. Can you please turn on your video?
Yeah, sure. I'll do that. Yeah.
Hi.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening.
So as mentioned earlier, so we have Foxcop in our college.
Sorry, can you repeat? मुझे आवाज.
So we, as mentioned earlier, we have event of Foxcop, okay, in our college. Yeah, it is through that event that we are planning to initiate the process of e-formation, or say e-cell formation. Okay, so already the discussion, like others, I also had time of discussion. I got also opportunity to discuss with Hetal Madam as well as Pranav, and there we are planning out some activities wherein first of all we just communicate to students and tell them, or say at least motivate them with regards to, or give required information with regards to startups first. And of course, a program needs to be designed. A workshop related to startup needs to be designed. What startups are, some success stories, process, and blah 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 blah. And then, as I told, we'll be starting with a e-cell in our college. That will be the first step. In near future, we are not looking to start with incubation center immediately. It's very clear. Okay, so small projects. We are first going to start e-cell and inculcate the basics of the startups among students. Okay, and as I told you, as time progresses, we'll also learn out of it slowly, and then that is how after say 1 year or 1.5 years, so maybe academic year 24-25 or 25-26, we can have, by that time we can have our startups or something. So I'm looking at timeline of around 1.5 years for my first startup to come up.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, that is amazing. Do you have any questions that I can help you with?
No, not at all. I don't have.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, Vikram. All the best for the e-cell that you
Thank you so much.
starting.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Okay, can we have the next person? K. Saravan, do you have any questions? Have you identified your stage? Please let me know.
Yeah, already we are having a Nirmiti Kendra, named as Nirmiti Kendra, Entrepreneurship Cell and Skill Up. Things are going on. I'm just It's been started in the year 2018 itself.
Okay, amazing.
Now just after this training program, I'll be just revamping everything again once again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have any questions for me with respect to community events or how you can move forward with respect to anything?
Just about this Darwin event, I just want an brochure and other things so that I could forward
Right.
it to the
I
respective
will just
department.
share that via
Yeah.
WhatsApp to you.
Yeah.
Anything else?
No, thank you.
Okay. Dr. Vivida. Ulhas. Dr. Vivida, Ulhas, Dr. Bothiraja, Dr. Rupa. If anybody has any questions, if you have identified your stage, please let me know. Also, please let me know if you have any queries with respect to how to move forward, if you're facing any difficulties at the moment. Okay, so I think I will just share my screen again. Yes. So these are the activities. Sorry. These are the stages that I listed down for you guys. So each of you guys have to understand the stage that you are. I think most of you guys have process or figuring it out. So one is I would like you to understand what stage you're particularly at right now. Next thing, what I would like you to do is at whichever stage you are, I would like you to create a roadmap of how you are going to move forward with respect to organizing these community events that I told you today about. So इनके थ्रू आप जो भी स्टेज पे हो वहां से आप कौन से टाइप के इवेंट्स कर सकते हो एंड ये इवेंट से आपको क्या बेनिफिट होगा इन द लॉन्गर रन, इसका एक रोड मैप आप क्रिएट कीजिए आज. दिस विल बी एन इंडिविजुअल एक्टिविटी. आप ये क्रिएट कीजिए आज और हम कल सुबह बिफोर द सेशन स्टार्ट्स 1 o'clock को ये डिस्कस करते हैं. आपके इंडिविजुअल लेवल पे वी कैन स्टार्ट डिस्कसिंग कि आपने जो रोड मैप बनाया है वो सही है और हम क्या चेंजेस कर सकते हैं वो रोड मैप में. वी कैन फिगर दैट आउट. ओके, तो आपका टास्क यही है कि आप पहले समझिए आप कौन से स्टेज पे हो और वो स्टेज पे आप जो भी स्टेज पे हो, से फॉर एग्जांपल स्टेज 1 पे हो जहाँ पे आपके पास कुछ भी नहीं है फिलहाल, तो आप कौन से टाइप के इवेंट्स, कौन से टाइप के कम्युनिटी इवेंट्स ऑर्गेनाइज करोगे और वो कम्युनिटी इवेंट्स का क्या आउटकम रहेगा. से फॉर एग्जाम्पल आप स्टेज 2 पे हो, आपके पास ऑलरेडी एक ई सेल है जिसका आप पार्ट हो. वो ई सेल में अगर फॉर एग्जाम्पल आपने एक वर्कशॉप कंडक्ट किया ऑन एक स्टार्टअप कैसे बिल्ड करते हैं, उस पर अगर आपने एक सेशन लिया तो वो सेशन का क्या आउटकम रहेगा कि आप 5 स्टार्टअप्स बिल्ड करना चाहते हो या 5 स्टूडेंट्स को इंस्पायर करना चाहते हो टू बिल्ड स्टार्टअप्स, एंड देन स्लोली आप वो स्टार्टअप्स उन स्टूडेंट्स को कनेक्ट करोगे कुछ मेंटर्स के साथ और कुछ एडवाइसेस दोगे उनको जिससे वो अपने स्टार्टअप्स रजिस्टर करे और फिर वो स्टार्टअप्स को से फॉर एग्जांपल अभी आइडिएशन स्टेज पे है तो कब तक वो प्रूफ ऑफ कॉन्सेप्ट पे पहुंचेंगे या प्रोटोटाइप पे पहुंचेंगे या रेवेन्यू स्टेज पे पहुंचेंगे. ऐसा एक रोड मैप चाहिए जो आपको लगता है आपने ये 4 स्टेजेस जितना भी स्टार्टअप इंक्यूबेटर के बारे में सीखा या जितना भी स्टार्टअप के बारे में सीखा, एक स्टार्टअप इंक्यूबेटर कैसे शुरू करते हैं. आई होप आपको एटलीस्ट थोड़ा बेसिक नॉलेज है अभी, सिंस अभी आप 4th फेज में हो एंड आपने काफी सारे सेशंस अटेंड किए जो मेरे कॉलीग्स ने लिए हैं. तो आई जस्ट लाइक यू टू डू वन स्मॉल थिंग, एक रोड मैप बनाइए ऑफ हाउ यू विल मूव फॉरवर्ड. एक फ्लो चार्ट जैसा बनाइए कि अगर आप स्टेज 1 पे हो या स्टेज 2 पे हो, आपको कितना समय लगेगा स्टेज 1 से स्टेज 2 पे जाने या स्टेज 2 से स्टेज 3 पे जाने और क्या आउटकम पे आप फोकस करना चाहते हो कि मुझे इतने स्टार्टअप्स बिल्ड करने हैं या मेरे इतने स्टूडेंट्स हैं जिनके प्रोजेक्ट्स को मुझे कन्वर्ट करना है स्टार्टअप्स में या इतने स्टार्टअप्स को फंडिंग रेज करवानी है. जितना भी, मेड बी बिग और मेड बी स्मॉल, कोई भी लेवल पे चलेगा, बट आपको क्या लगता है आपको एक टाइमलाइन जैसा एक सेटअप करना है. ठीक है, सो ये आपका टास्क है. Yes, Dr. Patil, आपको कुछ query है?
Madam, one of our colleague requested last time that we want some roadmap. Hetal Madam gave us, but if it is in a PDF or Word form, if available with you, that from which position we have to start actually, that will guide us to move ahead. Actually, what happens? We start from somewhere and we end it somewhere, and we made so many mistakes in the process. So many times we also work hard to get something better, but because of the less information about all these, it consume our time.
Right,
So,
I understand.
yeah.
So हम ऐसा करते हैं कि कल पहले डिस्कस करते हैं ये सारी चीजें, आप खुद बना के लाइए, आपको क्या लगता है, आपको कैसे मूव फॉरवर्ड करना है टू दिस, एंड फिर मैं आपके साथ एक रोड मैप शेयर करती हूँ कि आप अगर कोई भी स्टेज पे हो तो आपको कैसे आगे बढ़ना है, वो मैं हेतल मैम से डिस्कस करके या तो फिर मैं खुद क्रिएट करके एक रोड मैप आपको दे सकती हूँ. ठीक है? इज एवरीथिंग क्लियर विथ यू गाइस? कुछ डिफिकल्टीज है, कुछ क्वेश्चंस है आपके सेशन के रिगार्डिंग या इन जनरल कुछ क्वेश्चंस है, प्लीज बताइए.
As of now, there are no questions.
ओके, सो आप एक डॉक्यूमेंट में ये क्रिएट करके लाइए. कुछ भी क्वेश्चंस है आपके पास मेरा नंबर है, या तो आप ग्रुप पे पूछ लीजिए या तो मुझे डीएम कर लीजिए. आई विल बी एबल टू हेल्प यू गाइस, एंड आई विल सी यू गाइस टुमारो फॉर अ सेशन एट 1 o'clock. कल का टॉपिक है डॉक्यूमेंटेशन एंड कम्युनिटी बिल्डिंग स्ट्रैटेजीज. सो प्लीज डू अटेंड, बहुत एक्साइटिंग सेशन होने वाला है एंड आपके कपल ऑफ सेशंस ही बाकी है ये ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम में, तो प्लीज अटेंड करिए. एंड प्लीज आपका आज का एक्टिविटी जो मैंने दिया है वो आप कंप्लीट करिए, बिकॉज इट विल बी हेल्पफुल फॉर यू ओनली, बिकॉज आपका स्टेज आपको पता है, आपके पास क्या रिसोर्सेज है वो आपको पता है अच्छी तरीके से, तो आप उसे पुट टुगेदर अच्छी तरीके से कर पाएंगे. एंड ऑफ कोर्स आई एम देयर टू हेल्प. तो या I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much for attending the session. I am not sure if we'll be able to provide the recordings. I'll just confirm it with Pranav and मैं आपको group पे बता दूँगी. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.